Kumar Hittanagi sir, who is from law background, and then who is the today's resource person. Heartily welcome to you, sir. Now I'll tell brief
Thank you, sir.
about
Thank you. Thank you.
Brief about Dr. Rajendrakumar Hittanagi sir. Sir has completed his BA, LLB, and then LLM, and then PhD from Karnataka University, Dharwad. Sir has a second rank holder in LLM at Karnataka University, Dharwad during 1999. Sir has a wonderful CV. Sir, he is a coordinator for this. Sir is a IQAC coordinator and then assistant professor of law at Karnataka State Law University. Sir has the sir's expertise area are labor law, family law, constitutional law, and research methodology. Sir has a rich experience of 22 years of teaching and research. And then Sir has many awards and membership. He is the member of Tumkur Board of Studies at Tumkur University, and then Karnataka State Law University, Bangalore University, then Doctoral Committee, Karnataka State Law University, member of Examination Board, Karnataka University, Dharwad. Sir has successfully completed 2 research projects. He has Sir has the administrative experiences also. He was a IQAC coordinator, NSS coordinator, and he worked as a deputy registrar also. Sir is a Kelly Society Law College, Gadag, Belgaum, Gujarat National Law University, Gujarat, Government Law College, Hassan. Sir has worked in different institutions also. Sir has 2 PhD candidates who have successfully completed under his guidance, and under his guidance, 4 candidates are pursuing their PhD. Sir has numerous publications at a national and international level. So, sir, heartily welcome to you once again. And then we have some students from law background also. I think it will be helpful for them, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the nice introduction.
Yes, sir.
And sparing
Yes,
your
sir.
valuable time with us.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now over to you, sir. Now over to you, sir.
Please, sir. Please, you can carry on your work, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir. Good afternoon to all the participants. As you all know that I am working in presently Karnataka State Law University. Earlier, I had the experience of doing research and teaching in a reputed institution like Gujarat National Law University, Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad. And prior to that, for some time, I was in KLE Law College also. And when Sir approached me in the previous week to share some of my experiences and views regarding this legal research, I in fact accepted the invitation with a great happiness, because for an academician and a researcher like me, it is always pleasure, and it is always my obligation also to interact with fellow academicians, fellow researchers. The institution like CMDR, which is a very reputed institution, particularly in the northern part of Karnataka. I had a chance of interacting with earlier directors also. Professor Annigeri, who was with CMDR earlier. Presently, he is visiting our university. He is taking 2 courses in our LLB programs. So this is how the relationship between KSLU and CMDR is of long duration. And probably it is because of our earlier kind of interaction that must have thoughts must have gone to the present director also. Anyhow, I'm at the outset, I'm thankful to the organizers and the participants for giving this opportunity. So first, let me at the outset tell my structure of presentation for about 1 hour here. I understand that post-lunch session, that too on an online, is not that easy, because even when we are taking personal classes, classes in person, it is not that easy to conduct sessions in the afternoon. But I will try my level best to make it more lively and interactive. So first, what I will do is I will make the ideas, whatever the presentations I have planned to do. First, I will do that, and at the end, we can go for this question and answer session. So this is what this is my structure of presentation. So now, directly coming to the topic, I have titled it as legal research, basically. Since some of the participants are also from law background and other disciplines, also social science and probably other field of knowledge also. So since law is also very much essential in all the field, in all branches of law, um, we need to have an interaction with economics, psychology, sociology, even other natural sciences, medical science, technology, technical science, artificial intelligence, and all areas wherein law has a role to play. Because there is a popular saying that goes in the our law field. For that matter, any discussion. Uh, if suppose a person is caught for committing any wrong, or for violating any of the rights of others, then either he will be punished by imposing a penalty on him, or he will be sent to he will be imprisoned, or both can be done. Here the liability is very strict, and one cannot escape from the liability just by saying that I am ignorant of law. He cannot give this defense saying that I am not knowing that particular law. So law will not excuse this kind of ignorance. So it is all all the citizens are expected to know the law. And nowadays even legal education is it is in demand, and so many aspirants, those who want to do practice either in the courts of law or in different forums, they are seeking and they are joining the law course, and even the persons of different background, they are nowadays taking interest in joining the law course. This legal education, ma'am, how should I change? Just a minute, ma'am. This changing of the slides. Seema, madam, can you help me out? Hello? Slide control. Hello? Yes, yeah. Coming to this introductory part of this legal research, this legal research can be done in any kind of subjects. Yeah, now I can make out, ma'am. Thank you. Yes. Basically, since law is dealing with human behavior and the society at large, because law cannot operate in vacuum. It has to operate in the real society, and it has to deal with the human beings. Any subject matter that is shrouded in social circumstances, the legal research can be taken up. So it has got interdisciplinary approach, and this legal research is taken up for different purposes. Okay, mainly we can say that what future course of action that can be adopted either by the policymakers or by the legislature or any institution that is involved in legal system. So with this aim, normally the legal research can be taken up. But apart from that, there is an academic interest also, uh, which focuses on theories, conceptualizing theories, which may lead to further research and which may lead to refining the administration of justice, or improvement in the delivery system, or improvement in the entire governance, because to do good to the society and to bring welfare to the society is a most important aim of any legal system. And this legal research should always go hand in hand with that particular kind of aims. And normally, if you try to find out the character of a legal researcher or legal research, what it requires is, the researcher should be fluid and not static, and eclectic, should be analytical in approach, and dynamism need to be there in every kind of researcher. Okay. And the
Hello. Hello.
yeah,
Sir,
tell me, sir.
your slides are not moving, sir.
Visible?
Sir, it's in
Not moving, sir.
Hello?
sorry, sir.
Slides are not moving, sir.
Not moving.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay.
The slides are not moving, sir.
Okay. In fact, it is moving in my system. Probably, Kulkarni madam? If
Yes, sir.
Kulkarni madam can help us,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
can you do that? I am moving slides here in my system, but
Sir, control is in your system only, sir.
okay, there is a slide control option is there. Should
Yes,
I
sir.
click on that?
Yes, sir.
Then the names are coming, participants only see the slide controls. When
No,
you-
sir. That will not, sir. Just come to the PPT only, sir. The page of PPT.
Yeah, I have come to the PPT page only, ma'am.
In that resume slideshow is showing, na, sir.
Resume slide slow.
Left corner. Yes,
Left
sir.
corner.
Now it's showing, sir.
Now it's sorry, sir. Now moving, sir.
Now moving. No, sir. Okay. Yeah. I think this is the, yeah, yes. Sure. No.
In the PPT window only you move, sir. Then everyone will
See,
that.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Now they are moving, no, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Here, as in the other disciplines, thinking process is an important process that needs to be carried on, even in the legal research. I'm just giving the brief here that as a legal researcher, he should know how thinking process is to be streamlined in a research. We have so many theories on that, and that we will refer a little later. But one should know about how the thinking process takes place in every branch of knowledge, right? And here, a theme is to be built on the basis of the comprehensive and intensive study. That is the background. So unless and until we have a comprehensive and intensive study, or widely and widely, this kind of study is very much essential. Without that kind of background, there cannot be what you can say, a thinking process may not continue in a right path. So the paths through which the notions of objectivity, that is one of the element that is required to be considered while doing research, because even legal research gives focuses on objectivity, value neutrality, those kinds of things. because it is the truth and ultimate truth alone matters. The truth may not be what you can say, may not be liked by some people or majority of the people, or it doesn't matter. The researcher's main aim is to openly, daringly should come up with the truth and ultimate truth. So to achieve that, there can be different paths through which he may try to attain this, right? So this sometimes ethical aspects, feminist approach, then purposive character of the knowledge, all such aspects need to be kept in mind while pursuing his legal research. Okay, so this is another component of very important component of a legal research. And of course, the meaning, evolution, and scope of legal research and all, they are to be understood as a beginner of the researcher. Okay, now there is also some of the requirements that need to be kept in mind. There are advantages and there are limitations also as far as the doctrinal research is concerned. Here, basically, law can be taken up for research, either a doctrinal research or a non-doctrinal research, and both methods are having some kinds of limitations. And if you see the Indian legal research history, immediately after the independence, more researchers were opting for doctrinal research. There was some kind of apathy, or some kind of what you can say, they were not so much enthusiastic in adopting the non-doctrinal research, particularly two decades of independence. But now things have changed, and now the researchers are also opting for this non-doctrinal research methods and the tools. Okay, so the suitable method plays a very, very important role in carrying the legal research in a proper perspective, or in a successful manner, or objectively. If a truth is to be ascertained, the method is most important. There are different methods. Sometimes one can have a combination of different methods can also be adopted in carrying out the research and all. And one must also know the analytical, whether he should adopt the analytical or historical, philosophical, or should he adopt comparative method, or qualitative method, or quantitative method. What kind of method he should adopt when he takes up any legal research. Now here, the topic and the method, they have got connections. Here, if the for one particular topic, take for example in law, if he is to analyze the judgments in the labor jurisprudence, okay, and for that purpose, what method will be more appropriate in order to take up the analysis of the judgments given in the labor jurisprudence. Okay. In such cases, we need to have some kind of analytical and also comparative. Then we also need to have what you call it as the qualitative research. So this is how a researcher should plan it carefully before selecting any topic, or before selecting any method, or before having any combination of methods. And nowadays, use of multi-method legal research is being used in carrying these kinds of research, because one single method may not be adequate to arrive at a particular conclusion, or to come to a truth and the ultimate truth. And that is the reason why it is always good to have a multi-method legal research. I am basing these opinions and the suggestions based on the one, Professor P. Ishwar Bhatt, who was the earlier Vice Chancellor of Karnataka State Law University, and he was also associated with the university. He was a in charge Vice Chancellor of University of Mysore and in West Bengal National Juridical Science. He has published a very what you can say, a very important and useful literature titled as Idea and Methods of Legal Research. I'm basing my presentation entirely based on that literature, and I should thank my teacher and my professor for giving that kind of literature made available for all the legal researchers. So, and he is of the view that whether you are taking a policy research, or whether you are making a action research, or for that matter, any kind of feminist legal research, you need to have this, what is called as MMLR in short form, multi-method legal research needs to be adopted. So this is what an academicians or pure researchers have to think regarding the methodology is concerned. And in legal field, we also have practitioners who appear before the judges in the courts of law, and they are advocates basically. They are also required to do research. So research is not just confined only to the academicians and the pure researchers in the higher education institutions. Research is also carried on in the field of this profession, lawyers profession, or the advocates, or law firms, or policy making institutions, or institutions like a law commission, both Law Commission of India, and each state has got their own law commissions. And also we have so many think tanks, policy making institutions, and so many interdisciplinary institutions are working, and they also require a lot of research. Now here, as far as the client related legal writing, whenever it is required, then for them, they have to search relevant laws, relevant case laws, and the facts. So their main aim is to do justice to the clients and provide a quality legal service to them. And in fact, the lawyers or the advocates, they are the part and parcel of administration of justice, and they should be lending their helping hand to the judges to arrive at a right conclusion, or to come to proper decision making. So this is how nowadays this research component in legal field is acquiring day by day lot of importance, and lot of demand is there. And of course, we should be thankful even to the technology. Lot of different what you can say, softwares are coming, SSP software, and we have apps, we have artificial intelligence based research that is being carried on, this OpenGI, ChatGPT, all those kinds of things. And along with the ethics, that plagiarism and all on one side, we should acknowledge the source, and as an honest researcher, we should not compromise with any kind of these ethical rules and regulations that are framed by the UGC or by any research funding agencies. Because, ultimately at the end of the day, it is not just what is the output of that particular research project. It is also important that how that research is being carried on, because it is the satisfaction, or it is the enjoyment, or it is the joy that the researcher gets at the end of the day, that cannot be valued in terms of money, or in terms of award, or in terms of any kind of this materialistic world. That is a totally a different satisfaction, a different joy that the researcher gets once he arrives at a particular truth and the ultimate truth, because his aim is to do good to the humankind and do good to the society at large. Though it looks like a little bit philosophical, or though it looks like a kind of utopian ideas, but it is when you consider the that originality of the research, and when you go by its objectivity and value neutrality, you will understand that how relevant it is and how important it is for any society, for that matter, for any humankind. So, it will be of a great value looking these things from the historical point of view also. And that is the reason why these are most important. And as a researcher, these are the qualities that one should develop in the beginning itself. So one should have that firm attitude as far as the ethics is concerned. Yes. Now, coming to this initially, before going to that, this entire structure can be given like this. One is the, what we can say, legal research and methodology and its purposes that can be looked into. Then what kind of thinking process should take place in legal research, different models that are available, and because one should know how he is thinking and why he is thinking so. Thinking is the most important component of legal research, and the some of the what you can say elements like just I was telling originality, value neutrality, and objectivity, and ethics in legal research. This is another component that one should look into. Then there is also a requirement of understanding how to select a topic in the legal field, because selecting a topic for a legal research itself is not that easy, because a lot of problems are there in the society. Lot of issues are day in and day out, they are emerging. A lot of challenges the entire society is facing and humankind is facing. It could be climatic change, it could be poverty, it could be unemployment, it could be corruption, or it could be transparency in the administration of justice. So there are varieties of areas wherein legal research can be taken up, like even female feticide, dowry deaths, serious offenses like rape, murder, those kinds of things, in all field, and even cyber crimes, economic crimes, then this what we say issues in international field, and in what you can say WTO, trade disputes, and the competition between developing countries and developed countries and all. So this is something which is really a fascinating one, but only thing is how to select this topic. Choosing the topic is one of the important aspects that the researcher should always keep in mind. And the designing of his research and building the research theme. So these are the things that one should keep in mind. Of course, here what I'm trying to tell is that It has to be time bound, it has to be scheduled properly, and it has to be carried out systematically. And the one important aspect is work culture. As a researcher should always have that work culture, and he should plan it, both his timings and the deadline. So deadlines need to be strictly followed. So there is no scope for what you can say, crossing that deadlines. Because once you develop this habit of procrastinating, postponing the things, then I can tell you that that's a very dangerous habit. And as a researcher, you should never think of postponing the things, and you should sincerely and systematically you should carry on your research as per the schedule that is given either by the funding agency or by the institution wherein you are working, or whatever that pattern you have, that has to be strictly followed. Okay. And there is what we call it as um, first thing is knowledge, right? So whether the knowledge and research, why these two are very, very important, to start with a legal research. And for that, let me cite here the case of Indian Medical Association versus Union of India, AIR 2011, Supreme Court, page number 2365. And this is also referred in the first page of a book written by Professor Ishwar Bhatt in his first chapter under the heading Knowledge and Research. There, I quote from a para written in the page number 2432, page number. There, regarding knowledge, what the Supreme Court says is, knowledge is the vital force that unites people. And how do you, substantiate this, and how do you justify this? How it unites people is the first question that needs to be taken up. Here, once the ignorance is taken away by acquiring the knowledge, then there is always a possibility of this exchange of ideas and exchange of views. And when this exchange takes place, and when they are on the same, what you can say, like-minded people, or when they are on the same level, then there is always a possibility of uniting them. Okay, this is on one side. Of course, there is also an another side that what we see is more the knowledgeable people, sometimes they become more egoistic, and sometimes they have the attitude of saying that I am the superior, I am the most, I am the I'm having more knowledge than the other person. This kind of if they have an attitude, then there is no possibility of uniting the people. So, but one thing I should tell here is that if you are a learner, of course, you will try to find the fault. Learner tries to find the fault. But if you are a scholar, then every scholar normally finds a positive aspect in everything. That is a very, very important thing that one should keep in mind. So if you're a scholar, you will be always trying to work together and bring some kind of conferences, some kind of dialogue, and some kind of exchange of views always takes place if you are a real scholar. And that is the characteristic of scholastic pattern of doing anything. Okay, yes. So here that the Supreme Court says is that knowledge is generated in diverse circumstances, not just in practical arenas that range from highly sophisticated and technical clinical laboratories, but knowledge can also be generated in the agricultural field, wherein a humble farmer is working, or in a hut where a hut dweller is eking out his bare subsistence, or it is an accumulated gift of humanity to itself. So this generation of knowledge is a gift to the humanity, and hence the knowledge that whether it is an educational institution seeks to impart or seeks to generate, then the knowledge has to be shared by the people who have generated such knowledge out of love for humanity. I just underline this. So if knowledge is generated, it should not be the monopoly of the generator, the one who has generated. Though he has a intellectual property rights or that knowledge that he has generated, or whatever he has discovered it, or whatever he has invented it. So though he has that intellectual property right, but it has to be shared for the love of humanity. That's what the Supreme Court says. And a knowledge is shared by human beings all over the world out of love for humanity. And knowledge was passed down from the dark and the forgotten past out of love for humanity. And to attempt, this is most important, to attempt to convert that knowledge into gated communities of exclusion, if you want to exclude and if you want to keep it for one family only, or keep it for one community only, or if you want to keep it only for one institution, then you will be showing the seeds of destruction of humanity. So that's what the Supreme Court says in this particular judgment, saying that though it may have a copyright, though it may have a patent over it, or though it may have a intellectual property in the form of geographical indication or trademark or whatever, but it should not refuse to share it. It can take a royalty, or it can charge for it anything, but it needs to be shared for the benefit of the entire society. That's what the Supreme Court says. And here, basically, this fairness, the expansion of knowledge, ensuring justice, welfare, harmony, and improvement in the human personality can take place only when the knowledge is generated and shared. So that's what. Okay. So just I was telling you that learner always begins by finding fault. Okay. But when he becomes a scholar, the scholar sees the positive merit in everything. And that is how there has to be a movement from a learner to a scholar position. So then only there will be an improvement. Then here the another important aspect is that if a knowledge system is to grow, okay, in any branch of knowledge, whether it is a humanities, social science, or natural science, medical science, or technology, or whatever, in any field, if a knowledge is to grow, then there has to be a continuous exertion of mental faculty. That is the most important, yeah. And freedom of thought, and then another important aspect is scientific temperament. And the word expression, scientific temperament, has been used in the Constitution of India. We have a separate article for which deals with fundamental duty. wherein the emphasis is given on this scientific temperament. And each one of us are under duty to excel in our own field, whether it's an individual or it's an institution or it is a group of people. They should excel in their respective fields, and for that what is required is an inquisitive attitude. And unless and until we have this what we say inquisitive attitude, will not be able to progress, will not be able to generate the knowledge. So there has to be abstraction of ideas. That is the what we can say, a market of ideas, right? So ideas are sold, ideas are generated in the market, and it is the market of ideas that matters a lot. So here the researcher should always keep in mind that knowledge is not an end in itself. Basically, it is a means of attaining welfare, good living. All of us want good living. No, we don't want poverty, we don't want suffering, we don't want diseases, we don't want any kind of troublesome situations. So we all want good living, and for that knowledge is required. So it is a means of attaining good living, welfare, and social harmony. And you know that the social harmony, how important it is nowadays. Because we are seeing day in and day out communal clashes, and honor killing is another thing you must be knowing, that whenever there is a intercaste marriage, so if the parents or the family members of those couple who belong to a different caste, and if they marry because of their love marriage or whatever, then parents even go to the extent of killing and all. So that kind of hatredness, animosity, the situation wherein it's not that easy to attain this social harmony and communal harmony. So I think for that, the legal researchers, or for that matter, then the relevant knowledge is very much essential. And even to have a prosperity, economic prosperity, development is very much essential for any society, or for that matter, any country. Okay, so just a minute. Yeah. So in this connection, it is very important to know about the this knowledge system. Just a minute. I'm just yeah. Okay. Now the validity of the knowledge that depends on validity of the purpose. So how do you connect this knowledge and the purpose? As you know that when Einstein and some scientists, when they found this energy, right, and this atomic bomb and all, that's the knowledge. If it is used destructively, then it is wrong, isn't it? So in all situations, the knowledge will not get its validity unless it has a good purpose to serve. And it is the aim of legal system, or for that matter, anyone who is involved in the administration of justice, and anyone who is involved in framing of ethical policies, or involved in moral policies and ethical aspects, it is their responsibility to ensure that any technology or any kind of knowledge should be used for the welfare of the society at large. So please remember that so what happens is there are two ways of looking at this research and the knowledge. One is that the embodiment of truth. Okay, so how to know the truth, and it is the level of knowledge that the person has got, and depending on the level of knowledge, one can attain the heights of truth, whether it is a just an ordinary truth or is it an ultimate truth. So it all depends on the level of knowledge, right? And here some theologians, those who believe in God, they say that it is only by having a faith in the energy and the God's blessings can make a person to raise his level of knowledge. So that's how. So here we have what we call it as lower knowledge on one side, and higher knowledge on the other side. So the even it comes under the Indian philosophy also and Indian religion also, that the how you perceive the truth, right? If you are perceiving the truth through your sense organs or through your direct experience, then probably it may just give you a kind of knowledge which may not be a high knowledge, because you have that limitations of circumstances, because whatever you see, whatever you observe may not be the real truth. For example, when we see the sun rising in the east, it looks as if for a naked eye that it is the sun who is moving, but the truth is other way around. So similarly, the perception of truth may vary depending on how you are getting it. And it is stated that when you know the truth of existence from within, truth of existence from within, then there is a possibility of having a higher knowledge. So this is how, whether you are comparing to a god or not, whatever, but ultimately here the what level of truth you are determining based on your research and all matters a lot. Okay, now here law has an important aim. The important aim, like promoting justice, is one of the important aims that it ensures. And the ultimate concern is the conquest of knowledge, leading to a new and important insights into the good life of society. Okay, so that is connected with promoting justice. So it could be distributive justice, economic justice, political justice, or social justice. So the law has that important aim to achieve, and for that purpose alone, this legal research should take up his project and carry on his research, keeping that in mind. And since the law is a subject that deals with human behavior, he has to have, or he needs to engage in reflective thinking before acting on anything. And if he has that reflective thinking, then he will have the advantage of shaping his conduct also on a right path, and also he will be able to shape the conduct of the others also in the society. And hence the reflective thinking matters a lot in the legal research. And here there are two important components of the knowledge society. One is there has to be a societal transformation on a what you can say, on a progressive path. So if any research output is not leading to proper societal transformation, then there is no utility that that research output will have. So one should look these outputs from the point of view of societal transformation. So that is one important component of the knowledge society. And of course, another one is wealth generation. Since these intellectual property rights and all, they always generate the wealth, and there will be always progress economically also. So that is another component of a knowledge society. Now, basically, when you refer to some of the authors like PM Cook and all, they generally say that research is nothing but an honest, exhaustive, intelligent searching. He's speaking generally for the facts. Okay, so there has to be honesty. Honesty has to be kept in mind, and so exhaustive, intelligent searching has to be carried out. Then the problem, whatever the problem that the researcher is taking, so in connection with that problem, he should make an inquiry. Okay, and the whatever the findings that he takes, that he arrives at on any particular research problem, those findings should be authenticated one, and it should be a verifiable contribution to knowledge in the field that is studied. So it should be verifiable contribution to the knowledge. So it is not just any guess mark, or it is not just only a permutations and combinations. So it is to be very verifiable contribution. So that's what R.M. Cook says. So it is the discovery of truth, and in particular, trained scientific investigation of the principles and the facts of any subject based on original and first-hand study of the authorities of the experiment. That is what is to be normally done in the research. Okay. Similarly, if somebody wants to know about the researcher as such, he is required to have a poetic quality of imagination, that sees a significance and relation when others are indifferent about that particular aspect. And he should have the synthetic quality of fusing items which are isolated, like that. He should have that kind of qualities also in his mind, and he should always have that deep curiosity driven intellectual action. Okay, so ultimately one should keep in mind that the research is not just a method, or it is not just an object. It is rather a behavior that aims the extension of knowledge. So this is what in general one can say about the research as such. But coming to the legal research as such is concerned, always in the field of law, addressing any specific problem in the matter of, it could be legal norm, in any legal norm, there may be some problem in the legal norm itself. For example, it can be in connection with the income tax, or it can be in connection with the sharing of revenue between center and state, or it can be in connection with age prescription regarding the exempting a particular person of age from the punishment. What we have as a child and adolescent, those kinds of things. So there can be any problem in the legal norm, or problem in the policy decision, problem in any institution or any system. So these problems should be addressed by the legal researcher, and bringing out its implications, its background, and the functioning of that particular system, then its impact. Okay, and also making some kind of improvements in the outcome, or improving the efficacy of that particular system, or making suggestions for reforming the existing system. Okay, or in other words, answering the problem that has been brought before the society, or that has been brought before the researcher. So he should be in a position to answer these problems. Okay, so that is in general, we can say that legal research involves. Okay, and if you refer to the Frankfurter in his article, what he says is he views law as reflecting social desire beneath the coercive will of society. How beautifully he analyzes that there is a social desire that is found. The research in law aims to understand these desires, okay, and their opinions and their intensity. Okay, so the means of their satisfaction also, and the cost of consequences of the means. So here the most important aspect is that how to meet the needs of the society matters a lot in the legal research. So one has to search for truth, and one has to solve the problems. That is a most important aspect of legal research. And in fact, there is always an interactive dynamics that is addressed in the legal research, like the problems of, for example, the relative autonomy of law vis-a-vis the other components of the system, that kind of problems, and the relationship between various components within the legal system, that can also be researched, and interdependence of one or more components of law within the legal system. So like that, these are the fields wherein research can be taken up by the researchers. Okay, and in fact, the legal discipline, it involves argumentative kind of the methods or approaches, or it could be empirical approach, or it could be explanatory approach, or it could be logical approach, or it could be normative approach. So we have different such methods of doing research in the legal field. Okay, so what happens is, always there is a scope for challenging the well-established principles. So this inquisitive mind that the legal researcher has got will always help him in questioning the settled law. So there are no absolutes in the legal field. The way 2 + 2 is equal to 4, that what we find in the field of mathematics. We don't have such a ready-made answer in the legal field, because the legal researcher has to explore, try to find out the refined solutions or refined tools, okay, in order to arrive at a proper decision. Okay, so in order to find out the truth and the justice, this exploratory purpose or exploratory method needs to be adopted. And sometimes as a legal researcher, he needs to just describe the things, even by systematically describing the background or the development or the application of legal norms and the all these things. Even by making such a systematic description itself, one can contribute to the legal literature. And there can also be just what you can say is understanding and explaining the system itself can bring a value addition to the existing legal literature. So it can explain the causal relations between cause and effect. That is another way. For example, in a climate change issues, wherein we come across the cause and effect theory, or depression, economic depression, or population growth, or poverty and unemployment. So that cause and effect theory can be easily explained by adopting this method of explaining. And there can also be a method of evaluation. So one can have a evaluating system. One can make a comparative assessment of the assessment of jurisdictions, like what is happening in Australia, what is happening in Canada, in common law countries. So one can make a comparative evaluation of different legal systems that are working, maybe among the developed countries or developing countries. So all these things, or there can also be angle of doing research from the perspective of suggesting legal reforms, because there is always a scope for legal reform. As and when society progresses, the law also needs to cope up with that kind of needs of the society. So legal reforms is one important area on which the legal research can be taken up. Like this, even for framing the policies, or even for the purpose of publishing the truth that should be made available to the entire society. So with these purposes, normally the legal research is carried on. Okay, now here the hope I am left with. Now already I think, madam, if there are any clarifications or interruptions, because it should not go like this.
Okay. Participants, if you have any doubts, please
Yeah.
you can ask, sir.
Hello.
Open for the discussion now. Please, participants, please.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell me, sir.
Sir, I have two questions regarding this on research, legal research. Sir, first question is, how should legal researchers navigate the tension between normative, we call the what law should be, and the descriptive, what law is in our research, sir?
Yeah. Here this we always have come this action research. Okay, what law is there in theory and what law is there in action? So the gap between theory and action, so there is always a scope for research in these areas, sir. So when I was talking about the aims of research and choosing the topic for a research is concerned, this is one of the fascinating area wherein a lot of research is being done, and the future researchers are taking up. And this is one of the fascinating area wherein, take for example, this Dowry Prohibition Act. We have Dowry Prohibition Act, and we have so many, Prevention of Corruption Act. Hello. Kindly make it hello, Bana Devi avre.
Mandevi madam.
Bandevi.
Yeah, mute Madi. Okay. Yes, sir. So law in theory and law in action, that gap that can be always bridged by taking either the empirical study or what we call it as non-doctrinal study, and that will be a really a good contribution to the legal literature as such, right, sir? And we have different models of thinking process, and that is a base for all these types of researches. We can refer to this Davy Kelly's model of thinking process, which is called as reflective thinking. And he introduces, you know, 6 steps in any thinking process. The first step that is called as the occurrence of a felt difficulty. So whenever a difficulty is felt, or whenever a difficulty arises, either, for example, lack of adopting a means to an end, so there is a difficulty, or difficulty in identifying the character of particular object or particular gray area, or there are some incoherence. Okay, so there is sometimes what you can say, explaining the unexpected event if there is a difficulty. So this is the first step wherein the researcher will try to analyze this difficulty, and that is how it makes him to think on that. That is the first step. And the second step is defining that difficulty in terms of problem statement. So first, the next step that he should do is he should make an analysis of that problem itself and make a statement, problem statement. Making a problem statement itself is a very important stage in the reflective thinking. And the third step that the Davy and Kelly say is that occurrence of suggested explanation or possible solution, or for sometimes what we say it as a hypothesis. You know, third step wherein he comes across hypothesis, or he brings certain inferences or tentative theory he brings in. So that is the third step. And the fourth step in this reflective thinking is what we call it as a rational elaboration of an idea through the development of its implications by means of collection of data and evidence, data or evidence. So once he frames the hypothesis, he, of course, there are two views. Some scholars say that initial preliminary data have to be collected. Only after that, he frames the hypothesis. That is one view. And also, in this reflective thinking, what he says is, once you frame the hypothesis, you need to elaborate that hypothesis, that idea, through the either by way of implications or by way of collecting the data or collecting the evidence. So once you collect the evidence to prove your hypothesis, then you will be on a moving on a right path as far as the thinking process is concerned. Then the fifth step is what we call it as corroboration of the idea, or formation of a concluding belief through experimental verification of hypothesis. So every finding has to be verified. So if any finding, if it cannot be verified, then it is not a real truth. So the conclusion part has to be verified by having what you can say, the that evidence and the data. And the last step, what he says is the new solution in the light of future needs, appraisal of new solutions. So if there are any possible new solutions that can be obtained to solve the future needs, then that is also it stands as a last step as far as the reflective thinking is concerned. So in all these aspects, what is most important is that you should pause and you should reflect on it, and try to find out that are you on a right path. So it can be a scientific method, or it can be any method that is more suitable to your topic, that needs to be adopted. and that should be used in order to carry the further research there. So there are what you can say is some of the similarities we find uh, between the reflective thinking and a scientific method, like that. For example, both reflective thinking and scientific method, they focus on specific problem after a problem is identified in a specific context of a gray area, and both of them, they define it. So here, this is how we find certain similarities between the reflective thinking that is suggested by Davy and Kelly and the scientific method that what we find in general. And there is also another similarity, that is they all evolve a possible answer or hypothesis and concentrate on a specific theme. So once the hypothesis is framed, then they concentrate on a specific theme based on that hypothesis. So they stress on unity of theme. They try to bring unity of theme. Then one more similarity that we find is both of them, reflective thinking and the scientific method, both of them use inductive logic in generalizing about values and test the proposition with a deductive reasoning. These are the components of logic, no? So both of them, they use the both inductive and deductive reasoning methods. And both, they do not hesitate to reject hypothesis when the hypothesis is proved to be untenable. So when it is not possible to justify or prove, then that kind of hypothesis will be mercilessly rejected by both the process. Then there are all the pros and cons are taken into consideration in arriving at the conclusion. So before arriving at any conclusion, the pros and cons are always considered, and both method they link and interact between science and philosophy. That is also a very, very, very important aspect, that there is a interaction between science and philosophy, and this interaction is possible only when we follow this Davy Kelly reflective thinking that is propounded, and only when we adopt this scientific method, like that. So the hard work is most important in these kinds of research aspects, because let me tell H.W.'s Longfellow's quote. I quote, "The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night." So when their companions were sleeping, but these great men, they were toiling, they were working hard even during the night, and that is how they reach they attain the highest height, both in the research field or in the field of knowledge. And it is the punctuality, it is the keeping the time framework in disciplined way that makes the researcher to reach his target, to reach his goal within the time frame given. So otherwise, without discipline, without hard work, without the purpose in mind and object in mind, for any researcher, it is very difficult to achieve the results. And that is the reason why one should have a networking system. One should have the interaction with experts in the field who have been working, and there should be always open-mindedness, open to accept the views even though you may not like it, So there are no likes and dislikes here in the field of research and the knowledge. So we are here to find the truth. We are here not to prove that who is superior and who is right, who is wrong. So blame game has no role to play in the field of any research for that matter, not just only legal research, but for that matter, any research. So I think though we have limitations in the, in our in our context, because there is a lack of funding, lack of time, lack of motivation, lack of recognition, lack of encouragement. There are so many problems. There are so many obstacles. Despite these problems and the obstacles, we need to overcome all these things. And this overcoming of all these obstacles can take place only when you have that restlessness in your mind to search truth, which can be beneficial to the humankind, or which can be beneficial to the society at large. And that urge within you to bring good to the society, to help the society, to come out of their problems. And that kind of urge alone can carry your research all through the way. And so I will tell you that this is a very fascinating, and one can enjoy this work. And don't take these research works and all like a, what you can say, you should never get bored for doing all these kinds of things. So it is the passion, and it is the, that urge to do good for the society, that alone will take you for a long time. And so what I can tell you is, reading, writing, interacting, and also having a childlike inquiry attitude. So the way the child asks everything, no, even though it is a sometimes nonsense question, sometimes silly question, it looks like as if it is so nonsense, but always, sometimes some philosophers say that there is a sense in nonsense. So even in nonsense also there is a sense. So we should have these types of open-mindedness, and we should have always that attitude of accepting, or rather debating on on certain principle based, or what you can say, on a well settled methodology, well settled systematic a platform. So I think technology can play a very important role. Now we are so lucky that a lot of improvements, lot of advancements have taken place in the technology. Though because of lack of time, it's not possible to take up that issue. And I hope that in other sessions, those technology aspects which have been taken, and how AI can help in reaching this qualitative research, and how we can reach the what you can say, perfect research, or ultimate truth. So these are the aims with which normally the research is done, and how the accumulated knowledge on one side, and how the technology on the other side, and the recent trends, recent developments that are taking place in the different field of knowledge can be made use of in everyone's domain, and progress can be made. And one thing I will tell you, only by sharing the best practices, only by interacting, only by having an open dialogue, and one can come out of their egoistic wrong impressions, or come out of their narrow mentality, come out of their lower knowledge, like that. So I think these are the essential things that need to be kept in mind while pursuing their knowledge and all, and carrying on their research activity. I think with this, I can conclude my sharing of views, or whatever the legal research, it's some ideas and the methods that I wanted to share here. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity to have this platform and share some of my views with all the participants here. Madam, thank you.
Excellent
thank you.
presentation, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. If there are any questions, I am ready, or else, if you, with your permission, I may exit from the platform, or you will have any group photo or like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have, sir. Participants, is there any questions regarding the session? Please
No,
answer.
ma'am.
Okay. If there
No,
are
madam.
no questions, we'll take a group photo here.
No, madam,
Please
no,
turn
no.
on your
Presentation is
camera.
good, madam. No, no question.
Okay, okay. Please turn on your cameras, please.
You can share that photo, ma'am, later to me also. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
audible? Okay, please turn on your camera once again. Okay. On the behalf of CMDR and participants, and also from Dr. Sidling Swami Hanugodimat, sir, I really thank you, sir, for your wonderful session on the law research. We have a great pleasure to have you in this session, sir. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Sir, if you
Please
can
convey
please
my
share me
regards.
the PPT, it will helpful for the participant to
Sure,
recap
ma'am.
the session, sir.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, sure. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Now I can exit, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Talk to you people. So in this direction, I'm very grateful to our director and then all the participants who have come from different places of the nation. So and then actively participated. I also thank all the resource persons who have come from not only from different states but also from across country. Also we have 3 resource persons from all are working from USA only, but basically from different state, different countries. So we are very grateful for them also. Today is the last day and then last session. This is the valedictory session of the entire 3 weeks training program. In this regard, I request our director to give some of the thoughtful lecture for the students, so that will be useful for them for their further research, sir. I request our director. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sidhu.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I must congratulate you and your team
Yes.
for taking all the pains to organize this event. Earlier, it used to be, as Dr. Sidhu mentioned, it used to be a 14. So when we look into the UGC guidelines, if it is 21 days, 20. So then the resource crunch came into the existence. So then we thought of making it in a hybrid mode. Physical 2 weeks, 14 days as per our budgetary provisions already made. And next 1 week, 7 days is going to be online, so that it can be a 21 days program, so that our faculty can get the benefits of it. And one more thing, that idea that what we had is, we wanted to look into the interest of the participants, to what extent that they are involving themselves into this activity. So that becomes the key, because what we learn is one part, but and how we make use of that is another. So So that's why I requested Dr. Sidhu to give them some assignments, and those assignments will be discussed online throughout this week, last 7 days, so that whatever you are learning out of these exercises here, 14 days, that you will be making use of, and how you are interpreting that and how you have understood that. So that will be made clear in this remaining 7 days. So this was the idea. With that idea, and I have already shared with the participants during my interaction, morning interactions, that 9:30 to 10 o'clock. So this is a typical experiment that CMDR has done now. Like a researcher, when he takes up some experiments, so that experiment may be a failure or it may be successful. So whether it is a successful experiment or not, so that solely depends on your participation. Because now I'm thinking that now we have given you the opportunity. It is, you can take it as a policy issue. Yes, through our policy of CMDR, we have made this provision, but what kind of participation is there? So that is left to the participant. So if I remember, there are 35 participants of this program, for this program, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If I can see, it is now 26 or 27 who are online right now. It means 11 participants are not there. That 26 includes myself and Dr. Sidhu and his team also.
32 participants, sir. Now there are 32 participants, sir.
Acha, some more have joined. Okay, it's good.
Okay,
So another thing that some of you may feel bad that, so now we are thinking of issuing certificates only to those who were present all the days. If you have missed any day, so then you may not be sent the certificate. So please bear with us. That kind of decision that we'll be taking, because the idea here is to sensitize you to participate in all the events, because you are the cream of the society now. Maybe you are a research scholar, but my personal opinion is even a research scholar is equivalent to a faculty, because we don't know, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow you will get an opportunity to be a faculty in at any level, maybe in a university or maybe in a college or maybe in any of the research institution, anywhere. So we consider you as a faculty and we treat you like a faculty, but you should also respond in the same way. So this is what a research institution expects. This is what a research institution expects. I hope all of you will make use of this. This is number one. Number two, now it is high time to give your feedback whether this experiment is successful or not. Because if it is successful, maybe in the days to come, whatever the research methodology courses that we will be planning, maybe in the similar way, to engage you to the maximum extent. Because learning a particular technique is not sufficient in itself. It has to be applied, because there are constant changes that are going on in that particular methodology also. If I can recall, when I started using SPSS, I think it was version 16 or 17. We started with that. But now we have reached the version of maybe 30 or 31. Now, currently that SPSS is going on. Similarly, all softwares are updating themselves at regular intervals based on the current developments, and accordingly, the researcher should make use of them. So this is what our Honorable Prime Minister also emphasized as upskilling and reskilling. So through these processes, we are trying to provide you the new techniques that you might not have heard so far, number one. Number two, we wanted you to upgrade yourself in the same platform. Maybe it is R or SysStat or the SPSS, or for example, Kobo Toolbox is a new addition for many of you. But the Kobo is also changing at regular intervals. Dr. Sidhu is an authority on that, we can say. So how it is changing and how can I make use of that Kobo toolbox for my research purpose? How can I customize my questions based on the system, and I can give the feedback for that also, so that the software developers also will make necessary changes in their basic infrastructure. So these are the effects of the participation, so that I'm upskilling as well as I'm reskilling myself for the tomorrow's events that I may face. So this is what is the basic idea with which we have introduced this experiment. I hope you are all the beneficiaries of that, and I look forward participation of you all. This because today formally we are completing 21 days and closing this particular program, but it does not mean that our interaction should be closed. No, I am not of this opinion, because you have the email IDs of all the faculty members here by now. If not, we will circulate it once again for your benefit. You keep on interacting with us, so that we will be updating you on a continuous basis. It is not only for this purpose that I'm telling you, because CMDR is going to organize many such programs, not only this, many such similar programs, so that you can be part of all those, if possible physically, if not online. So that ultimately you have to reskill yourself on a continuous basis, and your feedback is going to help us to upskill ourselves also. Because in one of my interaction, if I remember, I shared with you, so you might be feeling that, so these are the things that we did not discuss in this particular program. If you give that particular feedback, so that we can the forthcoming program. So this is what is the importance of feedback, and it forces us to be ready for the tomorrow's challenges. So this is another idea that what we are having, and with that process, you are updating yourself and you are forcing us to be updated for us also. So with this thing, so let us do something better in the social science research, because most of the time I was part of some of such committees as well as meetings in different platforms. One comment that I used to get, and I used to rebut that also, they used to say that methodologically the social science research is weak. So in general, I'm not talking about only economics. In general, the social science research is weak. So this is what the other groups, maybe the life science group or the physical sciences or chemical sciences group or the technology, this IT background people, they share this particular thing. Then I used to rebut it. It is not like that. Why we are, because as a social science researcher, we are having some limitations. What is that? As I have already shared with you. So here we are, our experimental unit is an individual. It is not only the secondary data. So that is one part, but the primary data is also playing a very dominant role here, in which what kind of inputs that you are giving, that becomes the base for our analysis. So if that input is right in the right direction, definitely our recommendations or the outcomes of research are going to be something different. So that depends on your participation again, and what kind of inputs that you are giving, because we are playing with the human mind that is highly dynamic in nature. For a particular question, I may say no at this point of time, but maybe by tomorrow I will learn it and I'm getting ready for that. So, but my data says that no, means percentage is going to be less, but tomorrow it is going to be changed. So that is why that people may be commenting on that, but let us make the corrections at regular intervals. That is why we say that research is continuous process. So once we do the research, and it is not an end in itself, because in preparation of this Nanjundappa committee report, our institute played the very key role. Now Dr. Sidhu and his team is continuing with that. So there are a lot of changes that happened after implementation of the recommendations of Dr. Nanjundappa committee. What kind of changes that have happened at the field level, Sidhu ji has already depicted you. Similarly, in the days to come also, there will be a lot of changes, but we have to respond to those changes and keep on changing it accordingly. So this is what is the basic idea. So this is how I used to answer to those people whosoever is telling that research methodology is weak. So in that context, we need to make it more stronger so that our recommendations are going to be more solid for the policymakers. When we recommend the suggestions or the to the policymakers, that should be based on the primary data. For primary data, we as a researcher, we play the dominant role, and equal role is being played by the respondents also. We should elicit the response from our respondents. So that is what is our primary responsibility. In case of survey research, I think Professor Shivana might have discussed all these things, how to elicit the response from the primary respondents is the most challenging task in case of social science research. The moment we start getting the best response, maybe whether it is in the positive direction or it is in the negative direction, accordingly we can make the changes. But that sole responsibility lies on the team of researchers that what we have. Maybe I'm acting as an enumerator at the beginning level and the research associate at the middle level, or you are working as a policy, the faculty member or a scientist in any of the research institution. So we need to start from the ground and we need to reach to this level. So I hope the techniques that you have learned till date are going to help you to work on these lines. And I invite you all to collaborate with our institution for any of the research projects that you might be having in your mind, so that we can be part of that and you can be part of our research activities based on the needs that we will be inviting you to be part of our research activities. And another thing that I would like to bring to your notice is that I've already shared with you, but still I'm sharing it once again. You keep on visiting the YouTube channel of CMDR, wherein all the lectures that we have recorded that we'll be posting there, so that you can learn from the things once again. And apart from that, whatever the activities that CMDR does, that we'll be posting it on our YouTube channel. You can be part of that. One more invitation that I gave you, that CMDR is launching its journal. 27th we will be releasing that, the CMDR Journal of Social Research. You can contribute your articles there and you can be the reviewer for that particular journal, for which we will be we are thinking to issue a certificate that he so and so is the reviewer of the articles for this journal. That becomes a motivating factor for you also. You have reviewed a journal article of CMDR, so that is that goes to your credit. So with these invitations, so I would like to congratulate you all for being part of this, and I hope you have learned so many things. But my only request is to make the best use of the learnings that you had so far, and you be in touch with the faculty of CMDR, you be in touch with the institution of CMDR, so that you will be beneficiary and we are also going to get benefits out of it. So I congratulate all the participants as well as the organizing team led by Dr. Sidhu once again, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you. Over to Sidhu ji now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Any participants want to say anything? Their opinion, views, suggestions, recommendations, whatever it may be. Some people have already informed, and then another 1 week has gone online, offline, online, any issues, and then whatever the issues or whatever the suggestions, recommendations you want to give for us, so that we can improve our program more meaningfully, more fruitfully for different sections of the social science scholars. So this is the view with respect to even suggesting for the names of the resource person. So that also can be welcomed, so that you can suggest, and then even not only now, if you want, you can mail to us, so that we can call them. So any changes in the even structure of our program, that also can be welcomed. So that will be helpful for us, so that we can also improve from your views and opinions, because we can be seeing and we can be telling from our point of view. The other parts also should be told, so that we can incorporate them. Please, anybody?
Sir, good evening. Good evening, sir. So regarding the journals, I am very happy to learn from your journal, sir. I am waiting for your journals, and the YouTube, the concept of YouTube also good, sir. And with respect to the directors and you, with respect to the our coordinator, Anugul sir, but all the session is very good, sir. I am very glad to use, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, sir. I'm
Ah.
Ahmad, sir. So overall, from these both offline and online, sir, I got three things, sir. Mainly, I was fully blind on research as a beginner. Overall, I got three achievements. First one is what is research? From the beginning, from the setting out of the problem, review literature, every part of the research was very nicely explained, and the all sales are shared by the every resource person. That is one good achievement. Second one is the regarding the tools, sir. Even I was not expert or basically known about even Excel, but regarding every tools, especially Kobo tool, as per it is very useful, and every tools were identified and taught very nicely in practical level. And third one is, sir, regarding publication. As per Sidhu sir requested us, regarding me, I can completely write to an article. I don't know whether it is perfect or not. Even I got an idea how to write how to start to write an article, and how to go to use of tools to complete to make perfect of this article. These are the achievements which I have got. Three main achievements which I have got by this class. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Any suggestions from anybody?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Maltesh, please tell us.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I joined this program with the expectations, but I get more than my expectations. And I am a faculty. I do teach, but along with that, research is also important. That I realized very lately. That's why this year I have joined my PhD. But one thing, sir, all sessions were very wonderful sessions, especially ISEC faculties. Then along with that, during these online sessions, those American faculties, who have association with CMDR, those ideas and those idea of that systematic literature review, that was very wonderful, sir. Maybe it is my suggestion. If you plan any other programs in the days to come, those people online sessions, please include in offline session only. Participants can attend from the CMDR room only. But at least by that online session, so those things.
Online session, online lecture at the offline session. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like that, that is very helpful, sir. Actually, because that literature review concept is different, sir. Their way of thinking is entirely different. They look at I think Ayesha Eric madam. So based on keywords, she identified around 7,000 articles. Later, she stick on to only 24 articles, which are very much relevant to this her area of research. So like that, those are very unique ideas. So kindly include those sessions very early, very beginning of the training sessions. That will be helpful to all the participants. So this much what I can say. But I learned a lot many things, sir. Definitely, I will be having very good association with CMDR in the days to come. So I may visit regularly CMDR library and all facility. I want to have database access also in the CMDR, especially commerce, that corporate databases like CMI and all. Thank you, sir. Thank you. This relationship will continue. That's what I can say.
Okay, thank you very much, Mahatesh Tambake. So you are right. So that we wanted to put them in the earlier only, but their date and convenience, that's why it has gone to online session only. That was the initial stage of the research. So next year, next time when we are trying, that time we have, myself has thought, okay, we'll discuss in the committee also, so that it will be put in the further, we will invite many people from the outside the country, so that many tools, whatever tools and techniques come from USA, mostly, which are the tools used by them, they are the number one with respect to not only in science research, with respect to social science research, also with respect to the making patents, making new research ideas, publishing, And then with respect to the what you were mentioning, Aisha, she was told very nicely, wonderfully. So it was exciting to me also. So that how systematically one can review. So that from 10 lakh articles to 37 lakh, 37,000, 38,000, then you reduce, and then you reduce it to the up to 28. It was very wonderful how she has suggested, and then yes, we go whatever we do, in our Indian social science, we go with Google and then search whatever things come, we'll use that. But what she has told, it's perfectly right. And then with respect to all the resource person, most of them have taught wonderfully. Some sessions must be repetitive sessions for you people because of at a glance, they have told about including the secondary data collection, primary data collection, whatever the things, some repetitive must be there, but that is for the useful, for the sake of your usefulness only that has been done. So, any suggestions from anybody?
Sir, there was some interaction problem, sir. Whether we get the access to the video, sir, recorded video.
Recorded video, all these recorded videos will be put in the YouTube channel at the earliest, and then we'll share it as soon as possible. And then another thing I should share with you that we will give the this one attendance certificate by today evening, but your certificate will come with a hard copy of your certificate with our director signatures and then a coordinator signature, everything that will be posted. It takes another 1 week because I am also outside. From 25th, we will dispatch these your certificates. What our director has told that we'll see the attendance. Based on that attendance only, we'll give the certificates. That will be dispatched 25th. 25th by evening, we'll try our best to dispatch your certificates along with the group photo. So that will be the thing. Anything from any participants?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Ladies first, please tell. Hina.
Good evening, sir. All sessions was good, sir.
Okay. We are it. Maybe please start. Sindhu ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬಂತು ಸರ್. ಒನ್ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಸರ್, ಆನ್ ದಿ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವೊಂದು ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗುಡ್ ಸರ್. ಅವಾಗ ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಅದೊಂದು ಅದ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತು ನಾವು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳೋ ತರ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗಿಂತ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಇನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್.
Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Hina madam.
Good evening, sir. Sir, first of all, thank you so much, sir. ನಾನು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ PhD ಮುಗಿತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮುಗೀತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಓದೋದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂತ ಹಂಗ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ CMDR ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮುಗಿಯೋದಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನಡೆಯುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಿಗ್ತಾವೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ CMDR ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿದಾವೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೂ ನಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಗ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್. ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಇನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಜಲ್ದಿ ಜಾಬ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಓದಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಜಾಬ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತೇವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಈ ತರ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ತರಾಗಿ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೆಥಡಾಲಜಿ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅದರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದರಿಂದ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸೆಷನ್ಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದಾವೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ ಕೇಳೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಅಂತೂ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇನ್ನು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಸರ್. ಆಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸೆಷನ್ ಗಳು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಸರ್, ಬಿಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇಂದಾನೆ ಸರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
Thank you very much. What you were telling, some resource person should be called for the initial stage, and then some more timings or more sessions should be given. That based on your recommended suggestions, many people have suggested that I shared that some of the people who have given wonderful lectures. Those things will be, those people will be given more time or more sessions, so that will be helpful for our researchers. Definitely will do the days to come. Anil Kumar Raju sir, Arun Kumar Raju sir. Anything your law people have also come that we would have wanted two people that okay, you please tell now.
Sir, my name is Aditya, sir.
But
Hello.
Arun Kumar Raju, it is showing.
No, sir. Hello.
Huh.
Sir, all lectures are great,
Okay,
sir.
Aditya is talking. Okay, please.
Sir, all lectures are great, sir. I have no complaints about them. I really learned a lot. I'm especially, as Mahantesh sir said, I'm especially blown away by that session on systematic literature review.
Yes, yes.
And so that 3 weeks experiment is so not a failure. It's really a successful one, sir. And my suggestion is that if possible, please keep conducting such kind of valuable lectures by inviting resource persons in online mode, either monthly once or weekly once, at least 1 hour or 1.5 hour in Saturdays or Sundays, so that we can keep up to date with our knowledge in research methods, and we can even stay in touch with each other. It's not that the 3 weeks is completed and we pack our bags and go home. So we can stay up in touch with each other, and our knowledge too will be get updated, sir. So that's my suggestion, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we'll try our best to have this lecture series, online lecture series on research methodology or use of modern tools in social science research. Every month we'll have those things. We'll think of these things, what you were telling, that suggestion is welcomed, and then we'll try our best, definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Please, Anulakshmi madam.
good evening, sir. Good evening, all. I have already given my feedback in the valedictory of 2 weeks offline, but I thought I would add some more points. So, 1 week online was good. As we are in the good city, we got some good connection, and I did not lost my connection even a single day, and I learned more and more points. Even though some concepts were repetitive, but we got every time I mention this, whenever I hear the lecture of same concept with different resource person, definitely I will learn one point. That is my value addition. And one more thing, like uh, actually what we are in the stage now, it is called as reflective level of learning. There are three levels of learning: memory, understanding, and reflective. But after joining this workshop or a training program, what I felt like I am in a memory level of learning, because each and every concept were dealt in such a manner that even a person who do not know the basic concept can easily learn. Because as we are in the matured stage now, we have to learn everything, we have to dig. But this CMDR like platform has created such a platform that uh, each and every concepts where there was some jumble in the sequence, that I do agree with. Because to organize 1 day program only, it takes a lot of time, efforts of people. But to organize 21 days workshop is not so easy, so we have to understand that. Apart from that, the everyday session where like accurately started like 9:30 to 5:30, I felt like as if I going to school. Like school days were very strict, 9:30 to 5:30, like that. Once we came to the college, there was like half day and all. But when it comes to again research, it takes lot of time, dedication, and efforts, that all fulfilled my wishes. Like I learned many things from it. Even though I have attended many workshops before going to join this free training program, I mention it again, because nothing is free in this world. But we got it free of cost, means we have to take the utilization of it. I'm always grateful to the ICSSR for sponsoring, and the CMDR for organizing these workshops. And I would like to attend more and more these kinds of session in the days to come. Thank you one and all.
Sir, thank
good
you,
evening.
Anajaksi.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Anajaksi. Okay. Arun Kumar.
Hello. Good
Arun
evening,
Kumar, please.
Sir, I suggest that incorporating structured group discussions, sir, in future CMDR programs to enhance interdisciplinary learning and critical engagement, sir. This will allow scholars to learn from their colleagues, exchange diverse perspectives, and explore practical research application in areas like AI and ethics and modern publishing strategies, sir. I learned something from my colleague. That one point, sir. That one Jakshi ma'am, she told in the session that fault in the research methodology, it will become fault in the whole research. I learned some points from the students also, but that point is never discussed by the who came and give lectures. Something like that we learn from the students also in some times, sir. This is my suggestion, sir.
Definitely, that the days to come, what we'll do, this group discussions, and then we'll give the topics, and then debate kind of thing will be done, so that their active participation will be made. So that will be useful. And then when
okay, Dr. Sidhu, just I would like to intervene here.
Yes, sir.
This is a very valid point that this participant has mentioned.
Yes,
so
sir.
we can have one small session on the group discussion technique itself,
yes,
then followed by the topic that we'll decide in advance, and we'll float it among the participants, and so that we can take it. Huh? So this
Yes,
is
sir.
the best thing that what we can do. Yes, we will
Yes.
incorporate it in our future programs. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You are telling Arun Kumar is telling about the focus group discussion or discussion among and between the faculty. This one, participants, sir.
Sir, discussion between the students are not focused.
No. If I can understand, it is the group discussion technique, the methodology per se, among the
Yes, sir.
participants, among the
Okay.
participants. Huh?
Okay, sir. Okay.
So that
Okay.
that will give us lot of inputs, insights.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
we'll
Yes,
do
sir.
that in our next.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay, okay. That groups will made, and then that discussion among and between the participants, that that will be done.
Sir, sorry for the interruption. I shall also
Please.
add a point, sir. Sir, for example, the researchers who will come for the workshop will be in their early stage itself. Some will be in the selection of their topic. At that time, what will happen? Some researchers may go repetitive in nature. If these discussions happens regarding what is the present trend in the research, then new topics can be explored, sir, for the researchers. They will come to know which are the present topics that are been, we have to go further for the research process, and they can explore new ideas, new areas, sir.
Your point is that you are from different stage level of research. It is the point, that somebody at the initial stage of PhD, somebody at the middle, and somebody at the stage of finishing, and somebody must have already finished and come as faculty members. They are there. Then means what is your this one suggestion, or what is your opinion for that? You are telling.
ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮಗದು ಹೊಸ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್, ಬಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ಗಳು ತುಂಬಾ ಆಗೋಗಿರತ್ತೆ. ನಾವ್ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೊಸದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವ್ ಈ ತರ ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದ್ರ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ನಾವ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಏರಿಯಾದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದೀವಿ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪೇಪರ್ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆದವ್ರಿಗೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅವ್ರು ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸಬಹುದು. ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅ ಗುಡ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಸರ್, ಮುಂದೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಸರ್.
ಹೌದ್ರಿ. In that context only, we have taken all the stages of participants, and the lecture is for all the level of participants from the beginning to till end. But sequence may be this one, not systematically organized based on the resource persons. So that you are telling that at the initial stage only we have to make some participants or groups or whatever the thing.
If I can understand the question.
Sir.
The initial researchers are having the biggest question in their mind is what topic I should work on.
Yes, sir.
Most of the time I think that what I am thinking is the latest. It
yes,
may
sir.
not be. So that we can cover it. Maybe number one is through review of literature. First one. Second one, this can be overcome with a group discussion technique.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because when we involve ourselves, there is a moderator. You as a experienced researcher, you are part of that, and I will be looking after another group so that we will come to know. So this is what the student or learners are thinking, so that we can make necessary modifications.
Okay,
The
sir.
topic may be old, but the research methods may be new, and we can come out with something else. So this is how we
Yes.
can customize it. So this is what that early stage researchers want from
Yes,
these
sir.
seniors. So this is what
Yes.
is, and we can take
Yes.
it. We can take care of. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, participants, anything from anybody? Some faculty members ರೀ ದುರ್ಗಪ್ಪ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತೇನಿ ಇದು ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ. Okay, sir.
I think now we can conclude. It's
Okay,
almost
sir.
1 hour. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. It's 1 hour already, sir. So thank you very much on behalf of CMDR, on behalf of our director, and on my own behalf. I thank all the people who have participated for this training program, and then I thank all the faculty members of CMDR and then the supporting staff who have supported for the this training program. Everybody, including from ICSSR and resource persons.
You should mention the contribution of our Jaitirthaji.
Jaitir's contribution has been many times that has been told, sir. Special thanks to Jaitirth for his technical support throughout the training program. Thank you very much, Jaitirth, and then thank you everybody. Once again, thank you everybody, and then we'll have a group photo in the ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಜೈತೀರ್ಥ ಅವ್ರ ನೀವು ಬರ್ರಿ ನೋಡಿ, CMDR ನಾಗ ಯಾರ ಅದಾರ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ರಿ ಪಟ್ ಪಟ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬರ್ಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಫೋಟೋ ಸೊ ದಟ್ everybody. How many people are there, sir? Nearer ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದಾಗ ಇರ್ತೀರಿ ಸರ್.
ನಮ್ದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಬರಬೇಕು.
ನಿಮ್ದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್
ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಣಕತ್ತ ನಿಮ್ಗ?
ಅದನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಲಿಂದ ಎತ್ತಬೇಕು ಸರ್, ನೀವ್ರಿ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಐತ್ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್, ಎತ್ತಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ.
ಅದಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ನಾಗ ಕುಂತೀವಿ, ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್
ದಾಗ ನೀವು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಸರ್. ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಸ್.
ನಾವು ಕಾಣಕತ್ತೀವ?
ನೀವು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ
ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಜೈತೀರ್ಥ ಅವರು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಬಸ್ ನೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಅಹೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. 2 ಸಲ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿತ್ರಿ ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್?
2 ಸಲ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಸರ್. ಕುಶಲ್ ಸರ್, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಳಕಿಗೆ ಮಕ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಸರ, ಕಿಟಕಿಗೆ ಬೆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ಕಿಟಕಿ ಮಕ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಸರ. ಕುಶಲ್ ಸರ ಮಕ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಕರ. ಓಕೆ, ಅನದರ್ ಫೋಟೋ ರೀ. ಇದು 2 ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಹೀಗಾಗಿ we have to take 2 photos. ಈ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ we can take what is Saras? ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಬೊಮ್ಮನಾಳ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ದುರ್ಗಪ್ಪ ಸರ್, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ he is in the class or what? ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫೋಟೋದಲ್ಲಿ ದುರ್ಗಪ್ಪ ಸರ್ is not there. You share the photos ರೀ. You must have taken the photos. ನಮ್ ಫೋಟೋ ಅದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿ ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರದಾದ್ರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ರೀ. You all share the photos. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿಪ್ಪ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಬಾಯ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye, Ray. All the best for your further research.
Thank you, sir.
So much, sir.
Okay, sir. Durgappa sir, bandri. Bye, sir.
Sir, we will miss you, sir.
Okay, we will also definitely miss you.
Sir, you should send some voices in group, sir. You should send some voices.
Yes. YouTube will send everything, and then our whatever the regular activity, that will be, your name will be put in our this one. Email ID will be put in our this one, and then your mobile numbers will be there, so that we'll send all the activities which conducted in CMDR. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.
Durgappa sir, bye.
Yes, sir. Bye, sir. Bye. Bye, Arun sir. Bye, Mabubi madam.
Love you,
Bye, everybody. Bye. Take care.